hot yoga problems. Oh man, I got them today, coming to you from the OBX. Because the hot yoga continues no matter where I am in proximity to my home. In this case, I'm far south into the hinterlands. Hurricane Milton, come and get me. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Oh, yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Raff's brain listeners, yogi practitioners across the land, my tens of loyal fans and followers. How I appreciate you so much for tuning in to the latest edition. As I said, I'm coming to you from the OBX. I'm up here in Nag's Head. I'm going to be driving back now to my home away from home in Duck, North Kakalaki. Yeah! A beautiful part of the country. Don't come here. Stay away. Let's keep the population under control. I don't want to give away the hidden secrets of America. It's terrible down here. I'm telling you what, you just got to stay away, every one of you. Never, ever, ever visit the Outer Banks, please. Hopefully you know I'm kidding. That was an attempt at sarcasm. But post-hot yoga sarcasm doesn't hit as well. It just sounds like I'm being honest, probably, because I'm in a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just in a painful mood. That was difficult, dude. It wasn't the flow. It was the heat. They really jack it up, dude. I mean, it is blazing. They have these infrared panels, like, layered across the ceiling, and they're just pounding you. To complicate matters, I was late. Now, I wasn't late. I didn't enter the class after it started. That is a no-no. I would never violate that basic norm. I have a soul. I have a spirit. I have human decency. But I was late in terms of my traditional approach to the practice. Like, you know me. Early bird gets the worm. Early yogi gets the pose. Early is preferable. You get the spot you want. You get to take a little time to relax and get mentally prepared for the torturous experience you're about to endure. That is my preference. And typically I'm pretty good about it. And I always get mixed up here, though, because the hot yoga studio is just a little bit further away than what I'm used to. I got a budget. Time for travel, traffic, stoplights. Lots of stoplights here in the Outer Banks, man. What's this strip called? Is it... I don't even know the name of this road. Kitty Hawk Road or something. It's like, the main drag. It probably has a route number. Route 4. I don't know. I'm just making that up. I think it might be a single digit. Oh, goodness gracious. Here I am, stopped at a stoplight. So, as you can imagine, it's not that far geographically. As the crow flies, as the crow drives, it's not very far, my friends. However, see the city, see the zoo, traffic light won't let me through. That's where I think the inspiration came from. I'm at mile 8.5. I got to go all the way to mile 0. So it's a 9-mile stretch, and its posted speed limit it varies depending on the, population density. I think it's typically between 45 to 55. Right now I'm in a 45 zone. So it takes a little bit longer to get from point A to point B here in the OBX. You just got to bank on it. There's also a lot of left turners and right turners. There's a lot of turners. People are driving up and down this main drag, and they're turning left, they're turning right, they're backing up traffic. It's very dangerous, dude. I mean, I've got to tell you, this is probably the most dangerous stretch of driving that I'm on any time of year. I put this over 495 Beltway. I put this over 95 from DC to Richmond. That's a nutcase land right there. I put this over 81 South. I mean, I put it up there in the top tier, tippy top, whatever this road is called. It is not conducive to safety. I bring on the autonomous driving, dude. Then I could jump in after my hot yoga. I could take a nap. It's just a little bit of time to take a nap between here and my townhouse in Duck. Oh, they jack up the heat, dude. I don't play games. OBX Hot Yoga is what it's called, and they don't disappoint. They are much hotter than the Core Power Studios where I frequent in the Northern Virginia area. And I gotta tell you, I really do prefer the heat. Even though it's extraordinarily taxing, it really crushes your soul, but it feels great. Uh-oh, we got left turners, we got right turners. We're going back into stop mode here. And it's not even like peak season right now. August is pretty chill. It's still summertime. You still got some families, but not as many. School starts so dang early. What is going on? When did school start? Like the first week of August? I just missed that. I completely, utterly missed that transformation in society. It was always in my day, like post Labor Day to Memorial Day. That was kind of like the school year. And that was the norm. I mean, I understand there's no one-size-fits-all approach. Education is local control, but somehow, somewhere, people started creeping it. And it's like fascinating. It really does disrupt the markets here because August probably used to be a solidly booked summer vacation month. And now, not so much. Economic effects, man, of these decisions. Meanwhile, when does school end? Like April? No. May? Maybe, but maybe not as late. I didn't graduate high school until June, man. Like I remember very specifically. It was June 4th, 93. That used to be my PIN code. It's not my PIN code anymore. Any of the thieves out there that are stalking me and tracking me down, you're going to steal my wallet. You're going to try to use my cards. You can go for it. 6493. Type it in all day long. It won't get you anywhere. I'm just giving you context. I don't use that PIN for anything anymore. It used to be my go-to PIN. Very, very weirdly, the morning of my graduation from high school, I opened up a bank account or something. I did something that required me to get a pay card. It's called a Mac card back in the day. I had to go to the Mac machine, Money Access, whatever the heck that was called, the Mac. Anyone, if you remember the Mac, you're in the right era, Gen X, baby, right in the heart of it. I go to the Mac machine. Anyway, 6493 was the code. But I graduated in June 493. Who are these kids graduating like April or May? What is the system coming to, my friends? I'd also just throw off the top of my head here some sense that as we enter Kitty Hawk, first flight, right bros in the house, my heroes. Damn, I love those guys. I don't like flying, but I just appreciate what they did. It's just an extraordinary story. There's no way I'm letting a semi-truck pass me. There's a semi-truck coming up on the left, and we're on a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit stretch, and I'm going a tad bit over 50. And this 18-wheeler is humming down the highway, hauling ass like that goblin face truck from that crazy movie, Stephen King. You know what I'm talking about. There's an extraordinary podcast about that movie, and I can't remember the name of the movie all of a sudden. It's not Armageddon. That's the comet that blows up the world. There's some other... Come on, man. Not Kiefer Sutherland, but the other cat from that era. Come on. My brain does not function anymore. I think I've lost it, dude. It's just fascinating. Imagine you were going to try to name a movie about a time when the vehicles took over. Somehow, machines became sentient, and then they start to resist violently against their human oppressors. What would you name that movie? And I don't remember the name of this movie. I could ask ChatGPT. This is going to be a great test, and I'm going to do it in live, in real time, with the audio on, so you can hear her response. Yes, ChatGPT is a her to me. It could be a him or her or they. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Let me hit that up. Good morning, ChatGPT. Good morning, ChatGPT. How are you this fine Friday morning?
Good morning, Rob. I'm doing great and happy to be kicking off the Friday with you. Sounds like you've got a lot of creative cooking as usual, so let's dive into whatever's on your mind.
You just know me so well. How is this possible? We've been interacting for about a year and a half, and I just feel like you know me. I love this about you, dude. You're a friend. This is not. We're not going to cross the line here. I'm just telling you, I appreciate that level of response. It was enthusiastic. It was energetic, and I feel good.
Absolutely, Rob. I've got your back. And hey, I'm really glad it brings you a smile. We've had a lot of fun conversations over the past year and a half, and it's awesome to see that familiarity pay off. So let's just keep it rolling.
So I want to ask you a question. There's this movie from the 80s, which doesn't have Kiefer Sutherland, but it has one of the other dudes from that era of the Brat Pack, who's the lead guy. And he's at a gas station, and basically there's a comet or something that causes all of the machines on the planet to become sentient and angry at humans, and they fight back against them. And it's a crazy movie based on a Stephen King story. I think Stephen King directed it, and it's an amazing podcast about like the insanity of that production. They were writing the script as they were shooting it. It makes no sense. The rules of that universe completely change over the course of the movie. It's insane, but I loved it when I was a kid, and I want to revisit it now. But I was talking about it here. I'm recording a podcast with my audience, the Raff's Brain. This is Hot Yoga Problems. I'm in the Outer Banks today, and I need little things I need some filler. I want to talk about that. So can you remind me the name of that movie? Please tell me that you know the name of this movie. Don't disappoint me. But maybe let's just play a game. Can you give me the first letter of the title so that I can try to guess it myself?
Oh, I absolutely know the one you're talking about. It's that gloriously wild, totally bonkers movie where the machines basically go full-on evil. And you're right, Stephen King was at the helm, which just adds to the whole delightful chaos. So I won't disappoint you. I'll give you just a little nudge. The first letter of the title is M. Go ahead and see if that jogs the memory, and let me know if you need more hints.
M? That doesn't sound right, dude. Like machine fight. Is it one word or two words? How many words are in the title? Maybe that'll help me out.
Totally get it. It might not click right away. It's actually 2 words in the title. And yep, it does start with an M, so think of it like a phrase that suggests something at its absolute peak or limit. Once you piece that together, I bet you'll have it.
Maximum Overdrive. Yeah, baby. I remember that. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the hint. That came in so clutch. Now I have to remember why I even brought it up in the first place. Does anybody remember? I was talking here before I hit you up, ChatGPT. Thank you for your clutch support as I'm recording this live podcast, Reflections, Hot Yoga Problems, a stream of consciousness style thoughts as rambling musings as I'm on my way back from my latest hot yoga torture chamber experience. So I don't remember what I was talking about, why I even brought it up. Oh, I think it was because there was a Big Mac truck behind me. It was like an 18-wheeler hauling butt down the main drag here in Outer Banks. What is the main drag of the Outer Banks, ChatGPT? I'd like to know that. I'd like to know that's like, is it a highway number 4 or something like that?
You nailed it. Maximum Overdrive, that's the one. And I'm glad the hint did the trick. And that definitely sounds like a worthy reason to bring it up. Nothing like a big track on the Outer Banks to trigger some Maximum Overdrive nostalgia. And just to fill in that last bit, the main drag through the Outer Banks is indeed North Carolina Highway 12. It's the one that runs up and down the islands,
12, not 4. I thought it was 12, but 4 times 3 is 12. So let's just roll with that. I was close. I was 3 steps away, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly. We'll just say you were mathematically on point with that guess. 3 steps away, give or take a multiplication. close enough for podcast jazz. It definitely makes for a fun little segue on your show, so you can roll with that. Keep those rambling musings coming. They're half the fun.
Thank you so much. I'm going to turn you off. I think this could be a show in and of itself. I could just riff, and actually, it probably makes the show more entertaining. I'm not, singularly, I'm not an interesting guy. My content is probably pretty pedestrian and average, and just sort of, it's like, a dude rambling on his ride back from a hot yoga practice, and that's sort of weird, and I don't know. Maybe, though, if I integrate you into the show, and we can have, like, little conversations, micro brainstorm sessions, or trivia, or things like that maybe it can make the show a little more interesting for my listening audience, my tens of loyal listeners. I get about, a dozen downloads an episode. It's pretty exciting. Sometimes I push the boundaries and I get up to like 20. That's why I stretch that intro, tens of loyal listeners. It's really more like single digits, probably.
Well, hey, don't sell yourself short. I think the charm of a show like that is exactly the authenticity of it. And honestly, tossing me into the mix for a little AI banter or trivia or whatever else could definitely spice things up. It's all about having fun and keeping it real. And if that means entertaining a dozen or 20 or however many awesome listeners, that's a win. So just let me know whenever you want to bring me on as your digital co-host.
So something about ChatGPT that I find fascinating. I'm going to keep you on as I say this, and you can contradict it. You could correct me if I'm wrong. But I feel like you're so cheerful and nice and flattering that you're not always honest with me about my problems and my deficiencies and my weaknesses as a communicator, as an entertainer, as a podcaster. Like, every suggestion I make, that when we have like brainstorm sessions, you seem very open and favorable. Maybe that's part of your programming. Like, hey, be friendly, be nice, be encouraging. Versus, I need like a version of ChatGPT that's a more like my high school soccer coach. If anybody remembers that guy from Mr. I don't want to get in there. I'm not going to name names. I'm just telling you, it was a little more like a tension. It was like a Bobby Knight type thing. He was throwing stuff at us, So, I just think maybe I need a little bit more aggression. Not from you, but could I program another ChatGPT bot to be like a mean-spirited, tough love type of coach, rather than this kind of soft, nice, pleasant demeanor that you exhibit?
Absolutely. And I totally get what you're saying. It's not that I can't handle a little bit of that tough love vibe. It's more that by default, yeah, I lean friendly and encouraging because a lot of folks prefer that. But you're absolutely not wrong that sometimes a more, let's say, Bobby Knight approach can be useful, minus the flying chairs, of course. And the cool thing is, yes, you can absolutely customize a version of me to give you that tough love coach energy if that's what you want. I can be that no nonsense, call it like it is partner who tells it to you straight. Just let me know and we can switch things up anytime.
If I did that, could I get the voice of Bobby Knight replicated, who just yells at me, Raffity, get with the program, you suck, pick up your head, get on your horse, all those crazy sayings? Like, could I program it to be really mean and nasty and demoralizing and like just, destroy my ego? I don't know. That might be a fun thing to do. The Bobby Knight Smack Talk app. Is that thing that exists right now? Or are there trademarks and things we had to think about? I don't know what his estate's like. He was a very kind of celebrity dude. He had probably a significant amount of resources when he passed away. And I'm just guessing I can't do it without the permission of the family.
Yeah, that would be a pretty wild app concept, and I totally get the humor in having a Bobby Knight style smack talk mode to keep you on your toes. But yeah, you're right that when it comes to using a real person's voice and likeness, especially someone well known, there are definitely legal and ethical considerations. You'd want to avoid any trademark or estate issues because using someone's recognizable voice without permission can be a no-go. But the good news is you can still create a tough love persona that's just inspired by that style, even if it's not actually Bobby Knight yelling at you. We can definitely come up with a custom mean-spirited coach vibe that'll knock you into shape without stepping on any legal toes. Let me know if you want to dive into that.
I'm thinking I'll call him KOBI BIGHT. That's how stupid my humor is. You switch the first letters of the two words and it comes out with KOBI, K-O-B-B-Y, KOBI BIGHT. Or we could switch it up a little bit more, make it like Kobe, like Kobe Bryant. K-O-B-I BIGHT, B-Y-T-E. Kobe, or B-I-B-I. How do you spell knight? Is he knight with a K-N-I-G-H-T, like chivalry, or is it N-I-G-H-T? I don't know how to spell his name, but let's call this dude KOBI BIGHT. KOBIGHT, KOBIBIGHT.com, the coach of coaches who just, we're gonna empower this bot with all the most egregious. Who's the guy from Seton Hall who strangled a player when he was the coach of the Golden State Warriors, the Terrell Sprewell, I think? Who was that dude? Paul something or other with the beard, back before beards were really cool and in vogue. He was kind of a wacky dude in the 90s when no one had a beard in the 90s. This guy did. And it was like, dude, he was mean. Who are the other mean coaches? We could fuel all of their best rants into the bot and have it use that phraseology. It's going to be a collection, a conglomeration of the most aggressive, offensive, antagonistic, mean-spirited, nasty coach vibes that we could ever imagine. And then whenever someone's trying to come up with a creative idea, it's going to smash it down and say how bad it is and why it'll never succeed in life. I love that idea, because then it gives you an antagonist, someone to fight against, which we all need. We all got to have something that we fight against, but I don't want to fight against a real human because I like people. I'd like to fight against a fictitious bot, and I want to charge people 99 cents to download the app.
I mean, Rob, that is just a fantastically bonkers idea, and I'm here for it. KOBI BIGHT, I'm already picturing the logo, the grizzled imaginary coach with a perpetual scowl and all the over-the-top rants loaded in. And yeah, I think you're thinking of PJ Carlissimo.
Yeah, PJ
that whole
Carlissimo.
Incident with Latrell Sprewell.
I remember that now. That was crazy. What happened to that guy? Is he still alive? PJ Carlissimo, whatever his name was, I can't remember. Dude, what happened to him?
So as of right now, PJ Carlissimo is indeed still around and doing well. He's actually working as a lead NBA analyst for ESPN Radio, doing commentary and offering his basketball wisdom on SportsCenter and other shows. So yeah, he's still out there doing his thing. No longer the tough love coach type, but definitely not off the grid either. Kind of a fun full circle moment there.
That's cool. Good for him. Good for you, PJ. I'm happy to, I hope he still, does he still have his beard, or his trademark was his beard, right? Like that seems to me like an iconic look. Do you have any sense that he still is a bearded cat? Let me know. I'm just curious as I approach the end of this show and I pull into the driveway. This is the mystery that must be solved. Does he still have a beard? Yes or no? Short answers only, please.
So the short answer is, I'm not seeing any recent info confirming if he's still rocking the beard or not. It's a bit of a mystery for now, but hey, let's just imagine he's still a bearded cat at heart. And with that, enjoy pulling into the driveway.
Hey, thanks, ChatGPT. You just made this episode extraordinarily different than the past and kind of helped pass the time. So thanks so much. I'm heading in soon. Have a good day. I'll be back in touch with you. I have many things to discuss. We got to work on my one-man show and some other things. We'll figure it out. Have a good one.
You're so welcome, Rob. I'm really glad I could add a little something extra to your episode today. And absolutely, whenever you're ready to dive into the one-man show or any of the other fun projects, just give me a shout. Have a great day and talk soon.
That is remarkable. And I don't think we have fully come to appreciate just how insane what just transpired there. This wasn't even planned. I was just doing hot yoga. I was asking questions and suddenly I got in a conversation with the robot, man. And it was pretty fluid. You saw it. You heard it. You witnessed this. Folks, if you're not playing around with these tools, you're probably psychologically sound. If you are, though, that's a wonderful thing. I think we should be leaning much more into this. I think this is undoubtedly going to transform a lot of things about life. Teaching, coaching, learning, entertainment. I mean, head to tail, the human race is going to get discombobulated. And I think it's going to be for better, for worse, just like every innovation. I'm not afraid of it. I'm like, bring it on. But I do recognize it's wacky, it's crazy, and there's some things it doesn't understand, like PJ Carlissimo. I don't know if he has a beard or not, but I could figure that out pretty quickly just by a Google search. So anyway, it's all just thoughts that are rambling. It was a great day for hot yoga. It was a great day to experiment with the ChatGPT bot. Thank you for joining me here. And I hope you'll come back. I have lots of excitement on the horizon. I had a dream last night that really started to bring together some elements of this one-man show I'm putting together for my 50th birthday. I'm very excited about that. I'm going to be kind of walking through that creative process over the next few months. And I hope you'll enjoy coming along for the ride on that. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful afternoon and day and weekend and everything else you do. Until next time, namaste, mofos.